Knock knock. Who's there? It's me, your boss, with a promotion. Well, it doesn't always work like that. But what if I told you in 2025 the planets are actually rooting for some signs to get ahead, upskill, or finally be recognized for all those late night emails and Zoom calls with the camera off? Well, with Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Rahu in Aquarius, and Ketu in Leo, the universe is basically saying, get serious, but don't forget to dream. So, which signs are getting a pat on the back this year? That's what we are about to find out. So, let's count down the top 6 zodiac signs most likely to get promoted in 2025 with some do's and don'ts, and also my advice, even if you're not in the winner's circle as yet. So, let's go. At number 6, we have Virgo. Virgo 2025 wants you to get promoted, but not by standing on a table and yelling, hey, look at me. No, that's not going to happen. With Jupiter in the sign of Gemini, which is your career house, which is your 10th house, it's saying, hey, all those spreadsheets, calculated moves, quiet wins are finally paying off. But wait, Saturn is also in your 7th house. That is the biggest problem for you now. It means your work relationship might test your patience more than a slow internet connection during a deadline. Damn. And Rahu in the 6th, you're basically the office gladiator now. Enemies? What enemies? You're outsmarting them with your calculated moves. You're more political than anybody else. So you're definitely winning. But what you need to do is to work smart, mentor juniors, and show your results. But Jupiter in the 10th means that you should not act overly smart. Don't be loyal than the king. Keep everyone in the loop, especially your seniors in the loop, because Jupiter can also mess things up if it tries to act really smart. So all I'm saying is don't get into full bossy perfectionist mode. Not everything needs a color-coded label. Consult your seniors and let go where you need to let go. You might be offered a lead role on a project, but only if you stop doing everyone else's job first. That is what you need to do this year. And at number 5, we have Aries. Aries, promotions in 2025 won't be handed over to you in a plate. No, sir, that's not going to happen. Aries is going to charge in, kick the door open, and make that promotion happen. That's how things are going to work for you in 2025, even if nobody asked. Well, with Jupiter in your 3rd house, you're getting bolder, louder, and you might actually volunteer to speak in a meeting. Shocking, I know. Saturn in the 12th might whisper, hey, maybe you need to chill, but you're just going to ignore that because you're an Aries, you're very competitive, and you're going to launch a startup during your lunch break. Well, I don't know, maybe that could happen. But Rahu in the 11th gives your social game a major boost. People notice you, even that coworker who never looks up from their laptop. So all you got to do this year is to speak up, ask for what you want, because if you don't ask, people are going to think, well, you don't really need this position. So you need to ask, and you need to network like you mean it, because Rahu is now in your 11th house. What you should not do is to start 5 projects and finish none of them. You're not an espresso shot. So your gutsy pitch could become the company's next big thing because of Jupiter in the 3rd house. Or at least it could become a viral meme on Slack because of Saturn in the 12th house. At number 4, we have Leo. Leo, we all know you were born to lead, but in 2025, the universe is saying, yes, but can you do it without making all this about yourself? Well, Jupiter in the 11th is giving you squad goals, promotions come through team network, and not just dramatic monologues in the elevator. No, that's not going to work. Saturn in the 8th is kind of throwing you some curveballs, but it's also bringing you some sudden restructuring at your office. Maybe you're going to get a new boss who's immune to flattery. Well, there's not much you can do about that now. Well, I don't know. But Ketu in the 1st is detaching your ego. It's saying let others shine as well. And what you gotta do this year is to share credit, build a team, Collaborate like a true king or a queen. You've got a lot of followers. What you should avoid doing is to start every sentence with I, me, or back when I let this, back when I let that, back when I did this in the operations division. We get it. You may be promoted not for what you do, but for how you uplift the team because of Jupiter in the 11th house. And that's evolution. That's what you need to concentrate on right now. At number 3, we have Aquarius. And Aquarius, you're the office rebel, the innovator, and you're also the person who turns a coffee break into a TED Talk. And with Rahu in your first house, all eyes are on you, even if you showed up on Crocs. But Jupiter in your 5th house makes your ideas magnetic, like, hey, what if we automate this entire department? Boom, budget approved. But Saturn in your 2nd house is like that strict accountant friend, and he's telling you, these ideas are really cool, but now you gotta show me the return on investment. That's when I'm gonna approve that budget. And so what you gotta do is to be bold with your ideas, and I know that you are, but you gotta back them with data. That is what Saturn desires right now. But don't let your attention go to your head, because this is not a reality show. Well, maybe not as yet, but your quirky approach could land you a role no one else saw coming. You could become the corporate VP for celebration, who knows, or even an innovation director. Sure, why not, right? At number 2, we have Gemini. Gemini, this is your main character arc. With Jupiter in your 1st house, you're finally being seen, and not just for your multitasking and memes. No, you're being seen for what you really are. Saturn in the 10th house means the career gods are watching. So show up on time, be punctual. Everybody's watching you. Be serious. At least pretend you didn't forget that Zoom meeting. Okay? But Rahu in the 9th is sending new opportunities through online courses, foreign connections, or that one inspiring podcast that you can't stop coding. So this year, what you got to do is you got to lead the meetings, share your vision, all matters of the 1st house, and also say yes to upskilling, because Jupiter is now giving you that wisdom. He's giving you that learning capacity to move up the ladder. What you should not do is to change your mind every 3 days, because you're a Gemini and you could do that. So stability is sexy now. Stability is what you gotta go for. Expect a role with visibility, maybe public speaking, media, or leadership in a growing field. That could really help, because Jupiter is also aspecting the 5th house. It is your time to shine, Gemini. And at number 1, well, who's number 1? Libra. You were not expecting to top the list, were you? Classic you. Humble, balanced, beautiful. Well, guess what? 2025 is your year. Jupiter in your 9th says divine timing is real. You might get promoted because your boss suddenly retires. Who saw that coming? And now they're looking to you because you're the only one who knows where everything is saved. Well, who expected that to happen, right? I'm just joking. But then Saturn in the 6th has made you hustle quietly, fixing things no one else even noticed. And Saturn in the 6th is working you up. It's giving you a lot of work, and that's going to happen for the next 2.5 years. You're going to emerge successful at your workplace because Saturn is your yoga karaka, and Rahu is in your 5th house. He's giving you a creative brilliance like no other, and he's also giving you a healthy dash of mischief as well, and that's going to work in your favor, so don't worry about it. So what you need to do this year is to say yes to leadership roles, especially if they involve mentoring, because Jupiter is in your 9th house. Don't second guess yourself. You've earned this movement. No more, I'm not sure I'm ready. You shouldn't be saying that. You are ready. You might end the year with a new title, a fancy signature, or your own intern which you've been asking for, and that is what Jupiter is now going to give you, and you're going to enjoy this year, no doubt. So what if you're not on the list? Feeling left out? Don't worry. The universe is not canceling you. Here's what the rest of the zodiac can do. For Taurus, lay the groundwork. Promotions can come in 2026 when Jupiter goes into Cancer sign, gets exalted, and aspects your 11th house. And Cancer, heal that burnout, find clarity, and stop answering work emails at 2 a.m. This is the time for you to concentrate on domestic issues. There's a lot of spending that you need to do because of Jupiter in Gemini, so concentrate on domestic spending. For Pisces, you're being restructured by Saturn. You gotta trust the long game. He's gonna be here for the next 2.5 years, and he's gonna work things up for you, but don't get stressed out. For Scorpio, well, go into stealth mode. Rahu's coming for you next. Capricorn, you gotta redefine success. You're not behind, you're building something very deep, so keep going. For Sagittarius, clean house, literally and energetically. Fresh starts are coming. So there you have it, the signs most likely to rise, shine, and finally get a seat at the big table. But remember, astrology is only giving you the potential. You bring the power. So if you want a reading based on your actual chart and dasha, drop us a message. We'll help you decode your promotion plan. And of course, it's going to be a paid consultation, guys. Like this video, comment your sign below, and subscribe for more astrological updates. I'm VGS, reminding you that your next raise might just be written in your destiny. Now go slay the office. And I will catch you guys again with another new video very soon.